YouTube, it's Justin the Junkie. How the fuck are you guys doing today?
Dump trucks bigger than others. That ain't the size of that thing, it's how you dump that dump truck. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm talking about that dump truck. Now bag it up and dump it. Bag it up.
So today, what we got here is truck JST7. We seem to have a hydraulic pump problem. Okay, what it is driver complaints, basically the same as customer complaints. Alrighty, the driver said the bed will not go up as fast as it used to, and when you load it towards the front, it acts like it doesn't want to raise the bed up. Okay, so this could be a couple different situations. Alrighty, I'm going to kind of take you through the steps of how to troubleshoot this. So there's some things you want to check first before you get all humdinger and get your panties in a wad, okay? And figure out what the problem is. So the first thing is there's always going to be two lines that come down to the hydraulic pump, and what that does is it operates a slave cylinder, and they call it a spool valve. And either air pulls on one side of the piston or pushes one side of the pistons, and that's what lets the bed either go up or down. Neutral is a hold position, doesn't let any hydraulic fluid go by. So if the bed's not going up, either you want to check first that the spool is moving, it's opening and closing all the way properly. That's number one. You also want to check to see if the level in the tank is good, like that you're not out of hydraulic fluid, that the level in the tank is at the proper thing. Okay, and then also there is some other things, but this will never kind of be it. On the pressure line that goes to the tank, you could have some line separation in the layers of the hydraulic line. Now what that means is as soon as it sees pressure, there's a hole in there and it collapses together, okay? That is very rare. I don't even really know why I brought it up, but I've seen that happen. Usually the line has to get burnt or something like that. I've seen it happen on top fuel cars a couple times where, you fucking nuke the cylinder heads off the motherfucker and you change everything except the lines because you can see through them, but once they get pressure, they shut, and you think you got 90 gallons a minute in there when really you got about 65, and you burn the heads off of it and throw the rods out of it. But that's not the situation that we got going on here. So the situation we got going on here is the pump actually got tore up. And I'm going to show you how to check to see that your hydraulic pump got tore up. And I am running a 3-line system. Kind of going to go explain that. Now, how did the pump get tore up with a truck with 14,000 miles on it, okay? I'm going to guess that the driver left the PTO on and drove down the road, and it cavitated in there and wore the pump out. That's going to be my guess. Either that way, or we ran the bed all the way up and we ran it out of fluid, and we just held the lever back for 20 minutes and it burned the pump up. We can figure out which one it is later. But anyway, I'm going to go start the truck up. I'm going to take you underneath. Well, actually, let's go underneath the truck and we're going to explain the line system and how it works, because once I start the truck running, you're not going to be able to hear what I got going on. So let's get down underneath there and I'll show you where the hydraulic pump is, and we'll talk a little bit about the PTO and all that shit. Okay, so YouTube, we're down here. This is the hydraulic pump. This is the PTO, and then this is the hydraulic pump, and this is the 3 lines. Okay, we're really fucking out of room down here, but let me get this back. Okay, so this is the 3 lines to our hydraulic pump. Okay, we have this bottom line here. This is the pressure line that raises the cylinder up and down. Okay, this top line is the return line from the pump. Okay, so this is how all the fluid gets back. And over here, this line is the feed line from the tank, how the hydraulic pump gets oil. Okay, this is what I was talking about, the slave cylinder here. Okay, and it is operated off of this. Okay, so this is the push air when you want the bed to go up. There's a piston in here with an O-ring basically, and it sucks the spool valve this way. Then when you charge this one with air, it sucks the piston this way. Now what you want to check here is you disconnect these lines and you make sure you have 120 pounds, give or take, on these lines right there. Okay, I did that the other day. Now, coming over here, you see there's two valves. Okay, you see how this one is not really threaded in, kind of has a C-clamp. That's your suction line. The other one is the return line. So what we're going to do is start this truck up here. I'm going to crawl out from underneath this motherfucker. We're going to start this truck up. Oh, hold on. Okay, we're going to start this truck up. And then I'm going to shut this return line. Okay? And what is going to happen is this is how I figured it out, is the bed is going to go start raising up. Like it is bypassing the seals in the pump, and it's not working properly, so it's not creating the right pressure to go in the suction line to lift the cylinder up with any type of speed, because it's returning hydraulic fluid to the tank, so it's just stuck in a circle. Now the person that told me about this system I don't know much about hydraulics, never really messed with it all that much, but was Fuzzy Wuzzy. He has all those hydraulics on his, fucking low riders and all that shit. But anyway, he was like, hey, just go see if you got fluid returning to the tank. That'll tell you if you got a bad pump or if you have a line problem. And I was like, okay, well, that's cheaper than fucking replacing all these lines, and then having to put a pump on it and all that shit. So I will go start the truck up now, come back in, I'll start recording, and I'll show you how it'll automatically want to raise the bed. Okay, we got the truck running. What I'm going to do is shut this return line off, and you're going to hear it change. Hear it? Now you also can see that the bed moves. Okay, that's no fucking good at all. What we want to do is replace this hydraulic pump. But I just wanted to show you basically how this thing works. The first thing I want to do, but I'm going to go back to explaining explaining what the problem is there. Is you heard the pump change sound. Oh my God. Holy old fuck. This is gonna suck. Okay, this shit is tight as fuck. It's got the blue Loctite sealant on it, motherfuck. So, first thing we want to do is get these lines off, because we don't want to take all the lines off. We want to take these 3 lines off so we can put it on the next pump here. So what I'm trying to do is get this hydraulic fluid out of the fucking way. So, what kind of mess we got here? And this sucks trying to record all this for you guys and work under here. There's not a lot of fucking room, and you could tell there's not a lot of light. So trying to do this without wearing 3 gallons of fucking hydraulic fluid, can't make any promises here what we got going on. But anyway, that pump should not, the bed should not start going up in the air because we shut the return line off to the pump. Okay, so I also got the return lines shut off at whatever. So now that we got that one loose, we want to, again, let's pull this suction line off here. That's this line right there. So we got that off there. We're going to have to make that somewhere else. But I'm going to put this up out of the way. Put this one up out of the way. Now what I'm using is just the transmission. Oh, fuck. Damn it, that should be off. Why in the hell? Oh, god damn it. Why in the hell ain't that? Why in the hell is it? Shoo-wee, this thing's gonna leak down for fucking 10 minutes. Well, you get the idea. You want to drain this off, you know. So I got new hydraulic fluid, and really we should drain all this because it's definitely got a lot of fucking metal in it. Fuck. So after we got all the lines off the back of the truck, what we want to do is take these off. And people have asked me what these tools are for, and that's what they're for. Okay, I know what the problem is there. I got air on that. Yeah, that's what I got. I got air on it. Let me fucking get that out of the way. Okay, now you'll see that this will come off. Fuck. I knocked you guys over. That would come off a lot easier. So again, tuck this shit up out of the way. Okay, so what we got here is 3/4 bolts is what holds this PTO on. So what we want to do is get those out. Now you're asking yourself, you know, why are we using this? Because where they have this, nothing fucking fits. Because this assembly is made to be bolted up on the bench, and then you put the PTO pump and all that shit on there. Now the reason I don't want to do that is because I don't want to take this PTO off, because it will create another fucking problem. We'll drain the transmission, and I don't have any PTO shims lying around, which is basically just gaskets. So you gasket that up. So, you know, this is going to take a little bit. So it's got 4 bolts here. Let's see. Nope. Jesus fucking Christ. So it's got 4 bolts here that we got to take off 3/4. So they're half 13 bolts. And then there is 3 bolts back here and 2 on the PTO, but we gotta take the bolts off the transmission. That's how it's held up there. So let me get all these bolts out, and then we will fucking work on the other shit. Jesus fuck. This sucks. You know, if we had power tools, we would already be done. Now, one of these you can get the ratchet on, but it's a little big. So, like this one, we can get the ratchet on, so I'm not too concerned with that one. So, when we go to bolt this back up, this is the one we're gonna fucking... Oh, shit. See, why do they gotta make shit like this? You know, just non-servicing motherfucking shit. So then we gotta... This one's gonna be the motherfucker up here. Let me see if I can get on this one. Nope. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. So, like I said, we'll be back. As you can see, we're getting ready to pull this pump off. I did find me a socket that finally worked on that one. Now, this pump weighs 71 pounds, according... Holy fuck all. Yeah, it weighs that much. Okay. So now we got that out of there. That's the old pump there. This thing weighs a fucking metric shit ton. Now, I don't really know how I'm going to manhandle this other pump up in here, but what we have to do is go move some stuff from this pump over to the next pump. So without further ado, let's get out from underneath this motherfucker. Okay, get all of our bolts lined up here, all nice and pretty, out of the fucking mess. Okay, make sure, you know, we got everything. What I really hate is working on a fucking creeper. So, as I like to say, you know, here goes $1,000. And just like that, we are going to throw another $1,000 part on it. But at least we know what's wrong with this one. I'm going to see if they can rebuild this thing or what I got to do, but I don't know. So let's go out here, switch this other pump around. Alrighty, let's take our PWZs here and see if we can get this motherfucker out of here. You know, fucking suction line. Okay. Ah, come on. This fucking goddamn thing. Okay. So I want to talk about this. This is a PIMCO or Permco pump, okay? Now, if you have a two-line system, okay, that means that you have a suction and a return, and this is blocked off. One of them is going to be blocked off. I don't know which one it is, But what I have is a three-line system. Okay, so what a two-line system is, this return is blocked off and it feeds from the tank one way. Okay, is how it works, because this came in the new pump with this blocked off. Now why that is because it can either be a 2-line or a 3-line. Now ARM only uses 3-line. Okay, so you have a 3-line pump, you're going to have a sleeve. This goes in the suction side of the pump, and what it does is it blocks off the return line. Okay, and what we had, why the pump is tore up, is because this pump is all fucked up here at the beginning side where this return shutoff is. Okay, and that's why this thing is going back out the return and why we are having problems with it. So again, I'm going to put the other pump up here. I just needed to get this fucking big heavy bastard off there. I'm going to make sure I slide a new sleeve in there, but I'm going to keep that old sleeve as just, you know, future use. You never know when you fucking might need that. So there is 2 more fittings we need to get out of here. Okay, and that's these, which those are common fittings. You don't need to watch that, but that's how you get it. Damn, man, this pump's already been hit on shit. You know, that's how you get these out. If you guys want to, I'll take this pump apart in a later video. Leave it in the comments section, and I'll show you how this works and this, you know, spool valve assembly in the pump. If you guys are interested in that, I mean, let me know in the comments section. I'll make a video about it. But we'll keep this pump around. You never know, there might be some spare parts we could steal off this eventually. Okay, guys, so I got this pump fucking manhandled back up in this motherfucker. So again, we'll see if we can get these bolts started. And shoo-wee. Nope. Let me see if we can get come on. All right. I feel like I got... Nope, that's cross-threaded as fuck. You know, like they say, cross threads better than no threads, but I don't like that. So let's see if we can get this one started here, because I feel like we got to pull the pump up and then it'll be all right. Fucking A. All right, let me see how bad we boogered the fucking threads up on this, because this is fucking foobarred. See, the problem is you can't get this shit. Oh yeah. So we'll move this one down here. See if we can get another one up here, because I don't want to take this pump off. What the fuck? So anyway, let me get this bolted back on there. We'll come back when I got this 100% fucking going here. Chewy. This fucking sucks. Okay. Well, now that we fixed that thread with the old thread restorer there, YouTube. Alright. Now, when people ask, you know, what's it like to be a dump truck mechanic there, junkie? Basically, what it is a bunch of heavy shit that you're just moving around. And this is no fucking different. So, all right. So you gotta be real careful lining this back up. Okay, got a couple threads on that one. Got a couple threads on that one. We're winning. Winning, YouTube. Okay, now let's see if we can. That's our problem. Okay. See, that's the fucking problem right there, is we can't get enough threads to get it fucking started. You know, because they make this shit. What they need to do is put studs on this, like short studs, and then you could bolt it from the back, you know, where you could kind of, you know, get to it there. But you know, they didn't do it in this fucking case. Really what I need is the snap-on fucking angle wrenches. I gotta fucking buy those fucking goddamn things. It's been long enough. I gotta get them. So, I'm gonna fuck through all this shit. I'll get it to where we're hooking back up the lines in the back of the thing. I don't think you need to see me bolt this brand new hydraulic pump up. Really what you want to say is, Junkie, this video is fucking long enough. Can you fucking you know, get fucking done so we can hear if it works or fucking not. That's what some dummy-o is gonna write in the comment section of YouTube there. You know, it takes all types. So, figured we'll get through one bolt here. You know. Now, I probably should have Loctited these, but I'm going to go old Lauren Sturgill tight on this once I get there. That is almost till the threads blow out and, you know, color good. That's what my dad would do. That's his name, Lauren. So, I'm going to take it to old Lauren Sturgill tight. You know, this is common sissy boy tight, but you know, we'll get it there. Now see if we can see. This is the problem, is getting this one started up here. But anyway, we'll come back whenever I get all these tight. Okay, YouTube, the first thing after we got that one tightened up, what we want to do is, alright, we're using a 15/16 socket on the 1/2-inch Milwaukee stubby, and we're tightening up this bracket that holds this PTO or the hydraulic pump up to the transmission. Alrighty, you want to get a couple ugga-dugga system on that, you know, so we got it properly torqued. Torqued to factory spec. Torqued to factory spec. Okay, now what I need to do is, the first thing is, this is the return line. So this comes up here. Now again, what we probably want to do is stick the feed on first. Okay. Fuck. God damn it. This is what sucks. Like, people say, oh man, why don't you guys film more repair videos? Well, because fucking on this shit, I'm down underneath here. I got no room to go anywhere. I'm on this creeper because my floor is dirty as fuck. It's getting winter. So the thread sealant is fucking cold. You know how it goes. You know how it goes, YouTube. So now we got to figure out how to get this started without fucking cross-threading this all fucking up. And of course, you know, because the wrench is so big, it's a pain in the ass. I think we got it started. Nope. And then there's hydraulic fluid pouring out everywhere. Ugh. This fucking. And of course, you know, my wife, stay down here all night, fix it. Thank you, babe. I do love you. But anyway, that is all we gotta do, is put those back in there. Now, up here, again, we got these Airlines that go right up here, brown to the back. Okay, green to the front, and then we will zip tie that back on there. So I'm going to put this on exactly how I took it all off. When we get done, I'll fire it up and show you what we got. But you get it, you know, you just tighten the fittings back where you got them. Really not all that fucking hard. But this is how you replace a PTO or a hydraulically driven or PTO hydraulic pump on your fucking dump truck to run your lift cylinder up after somebody fucking foobarred it. Wasn't me, I ain't driving the truck. So anyway, I'm gonna get this put back together. After I get it all fixed up, I'll come back and we'll do the wrap up. Alrighty there, guys. We got the hydraulic pump fixed on this truck, got everything hooked back up. Very similar to the way that we got it. Now we have full pressure and the bed goes up faster without having to rev it up. So we got that fucking problem fixed. But like always, thanks for coming along in this video. Check out JustinSturgillTrucking.us if you want to get any of the merchandise. Again, limited time only. Go check that out. It's a new website for all the new merch. Hats, beanies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, all the goodies. Help support this channel. Check out the Patreon account if you just want to help, you know, throw $1 in a month to the kitty. Helps what goes on around here. Check out Justin Sturgill Trucking on Facebook, Instagram, or Junkie Shop Time on Facebook, Instagram, all the fucking social media bullshit. And like always, you know, I think that's about it. Fucking shoo-wee, this fucking thing. That hydraulic pump's heavy. be prepared to give her the old steroid jerk to get her up there. But, you know, it is what it is. We got this problem fixed. We got other problems to fix later down the road, I'm sure. But like always, thanks for watching, and I gotta fucking go.